Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Thursday, December 30th, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Philadelphia 76ers vs Brooklyn Nets. Harris shot 3 for 12 and missed his only 3-point attempt but scored 13 points at the free throw line and reached double digits in assists for the first time in his career. Philly was without Andre Drummond, Danny Green, and Shake Milton, all of whom are in the health and safety protocols. They did not miss a beat against a Raptors team that had won 3 straight home games. Kevin Durant is unstoppable on the floor. The best hope of slowing him down is hoping he has a rare off-shooting night. Granted, Tobias Harris is right by saying the team needs to do a better job of contesting shots. But they also have to do a better job of putting points on the board, which is the one area where I feel like they'll fall short of once again in this matchup. The Nets' top 10 scoring offense will reign supreme in Thursday's clash between the two teams. James Harden has scored 36+ points in his last 2 games since returning to the floor, and Durant is already averaging nearly 30 points per game throughout the season. Our first betting advice is to pick Brooklyn Nets to cover the spread. James Harden did his part in leading the shorthanded Nets to impressive wins over the Los Angeles Lakers and Los Angeles Clippers. The version of Harden we saw in those games is the version the Nets need to win a championship. In any case, Durant being back instantly makes them one of the deadliest combos in all of basketball. They've already beaten the Sixers twice this season by scoring 114 points in both games. So they'll be looking to pour it on once more and force Philly to try and match them at the other end. Brooklyn has stepped things up on the defensive end of the floor by holding teams to 42.7% shooting, which is tied for first in the league with the Golden State Warriors. Our second betting advice is to pick over the total. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Washington Wizards. Cleveland is averaging 107.8 points per game. They scored 104 points in their last game, making 42% of their field goals and 34.1% of their three-pointers. Ricky Rubio led the Cavaliers with 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists. He left the game with an ACL injury and is expected to miss the remainder of the season. Kevin Love finished with 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Evan Mobley added 22 points and 7 rebounds. Cleveland has played well defensively, giving up 101.6 points per game. They gave up 108 points in their last game and will need another solid defensive effort if they want to get the win. Darius Garland, C.D. Osman, and Ed Davis are listed as questionable for this game, while Jarrett Allen is listed as doubtful. The Cavs have been one of the more resilient teams in what has been another crazy NBA season in the middle of a global pandemic. They've managed to stay afloat despite their roster basically being a revolving door of players coming and going due to health reasons. I'm expecting them to still be formidable when they get Darius Garland back on the floor, but that isn't going to happen on Thursday night. They've lost their 3 primary ball generals, and their offense is clearly going to suffer because of it. Not only are they missing multiple backcourt players, but they'll also be missing center Jarrett Allen in this matchup. So they'll essentially be down one of their top 2 rim defenders. Couple all of those losses with the fact that Washington is getting healthier and the nosediving expedition will continue for the Cavs. Washington is averaging 106 points per game. They scored 112 points in their last game, making 49.4% of their field goals and 40.5% of their three-pointers. Spencer Dinwiddie led the way for Washington with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists. Kyle Kuzma finished with 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Davis Bertans added 19 points and 2 rebounds. Washington has played well defensively, giving up 109 points per game. They gave up 119 points in their last game and will need a better effort if they want to win this game. Bradley Beal, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Anthony Gill are listed as questionable for this game, while Montrezl Harrell, Raul Neto, and Aaron Holiday have been ruled out. Our first betting advice is to pick Washington Wizards to cover the spread. The Wizards should be commended for putting up a fight against the Miami Heat in their last outing, but a healthier lineup would drastically increase their odds of fending off a shorthanded Cavs team. Cleveland was already a turnover-prone team before all of the injuries and COVID hit their roster, and it should be even worse now with their ball generals sidelined. but the Wizards have struggled defensively. They're allowing 109.2 points per game on average in their home building this season, and they have the 23rd ranked defensive efficiency rating. If Kevin Love and company can spark Cleveland's offense in any form, they'll be in a great position to roll to a victory. Our second betting advice is to pick under the total. Milwaukee Bucks vs Orlando Magic. Chris Middleton scored 21 points for the Bucks, while Jrue Holiday chipped in 18 points and 10 assists. Antetokounmpo, who returned from COVID-19 protocols on Christmas, capped his 24th 20-point night in the fourth quarter with a dramatic slam dunk to put the game out of reach for Orlando. The Bucks beat the Magic for the 10th consecutive time, a streak that's in line with 10 straight over the Kings and 12 straight wins against the Pistons. They are on a roll. These teams just met 48 hours ago and, as things have gone the last few years when they collide, the Magic went down in defeat. Milwaukee has won 10 straight meetings coming into this one, with 8 of those coming by at least 11 points and the other 2 coming by 9. To say that these haven't been close games is an understatement. Having so many missing pieces in the mix for the Magic makes life even more difficult, as we saw in the game Tuesday night. Milwaukee is getting healthy and they have plenty of weapons that can bury you on any given night. Our first betting advice is to pick Milwaukee Bucks. The Magic enter this game 28th in the league in scoring offense, as they average 101.2 points per game on the season. Orlando is 21st in the league in rebounding with 44.1 rebounds per contest, while they are 26th in assists by dishing 21.8 dimes a night. The Magic are 25th in the league in scoring defense by allowing 110.8 points per contest. Mo Bamba is 6th on the team with 10.3 points, 8.6 rebounds and 2.2 blocks per contest. Franz Wagner adds 15.6 points plus 4.7 boards a night. Terrence Ross chips in 11.1 points a game. Jalen Suggs adds 12.3 points, 3.4 rebounds and 3.6 assists a night this season. Wendell Carter Jr., 12.8 points, 10.1 rebounds, and Cole Anthony, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5.8 assists, are secondary scoring options. R.J. Hampton, Gary Harris, Moritz Wagner, Robin Lopez and Ignas Brazdeikis all have to contribute for the Magic. Milwaukee won their 4th straight game as they dumped the Magic for the 10th straight time with a victory Tuesday night. The Bucks entered Wednesday second in the Central Division, half a game behind the Bulls for the top spot. In the Eastern Conference playoff picture, the team is third, 2 games behind the Nets for the top spot in the conference. Against the Magic Tuesday night, Milwaukee led by 8 after the opening quarter, before outscoring Orlando 40-21 in the second quarter to take a 27-point halftime lead. The Bucks didn't let the Magic closer than 9 the rest of the way en route to the victory. Milwaukee shot 55.3% from the field, including 17 of 37 from three-point range, and held a 40-37 edge on the glass. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Bucks with 28 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists in the victory. Our second betting advice is to pick under the total.